There are loads of driving channels on YouTube, including my own, which show and highlight poor driving, like this blue van. And showing a Range Rover jumping a set of red lights, although it may be entertaining, it's not very educational. So what we're going to do in today's video is point out the good driving, or riding, as this scooter just showed, rather than the poor driving of the Mercedes. Some of these clips are clips from me and others are from viewers, so I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone who keeps sending their clips in. This first bit of nice driving comes from the bus driver ahead of us now. He's already seen my livery driving school vehicle and appreciates the turn that he's about to make is very sharp, so he holds back. This good work wasn't lost on me, so I stick my thumb up and say thanks. This highlights the point that you should always be ready to help someone out who's having more difficulty than yourself. And that same way of thinking is evident in this clip from one of my viewers. We've got two lanes that are heading round to the right, and my viewer brilliantly susses the situation and holds back for the big lorry transporting that digger. I'm not going to lie though, I think a little bit of self-preservation kicked in there as well, because I wouldn't have been fancying going round that corner next to that big thing, because you'd be embedded into those railings. Nice driving all round. This next clip sent in is quite an old clip, but it starts us off with our theme of helping emergency services out. The driver of this red Vauxhall does a great job, leaves the space open and allows the ambulance to filter through and get on with their journey. Here's another nice clip from a viewer that helps an ambulance out, and as soon as you see or hear those blue lights, try and think where they're going to have to go, and this is what this viewer does brilliantly. Look where they hold back, and they leave a brilliant gap for the ambulance to fit through and again get on to their destination. Top draw. Here's another great help for an emergency service vehicle. This one must have been planned from ages away as well, because the driver moves in and allows the ambulance to go through well before it arrives at the scene. I also love how the camera moves up and actually blocks the junction to the left, allowing the ambulance to go through an even safer time. And this was all accomplished still allowing the camera enough time to get out to do their right turn from the correct lane. I would have been proud of that one myself. Top draw. And here's this same viewer again, being really aware of not just ambulances coming up behind, but people on two wheels as well. Watch how he moves across and gives everyone more room to get past the bollards. Brilliant. This is one of my clips, and it's again someone helping an ambulance out. And it's this Ford Focus to my offside which does a brilliant job. It waits, again, with enough room so the ambulance can pass. It's just a shame that people generally only think when there's blue lights and sirens around. And that's not even always guaranteed. Here's some nice driving from one of my instructors. The car in front seems to be having a few issues with selecting the correct gear. So my instructor doesn't shout, doesn't bawl, just quite simply assesses the danger and gives them a little more room. And it's a good job because they do it again. The instructor also gets a nice hand out of the window in appreciation. Nice driving doesn't necessarily always have to be just being nice to someone else. What if you're really aware and you see something really early and you spot it and get out of danger? Well, this is a perfect example of this. Watch the van on the right. I think my viewer was allowed his muted swear word after that. What do you think? This is the same subject that I covered in my first nice driving clip, and it's simply on the motorway when someone moves lanes in anticipation of someone else needing to. If you can do this, your planning is the next level. Try and help other people out. This next clip is one of mine, and this proves the worth of forward observation. I was even able to see the emergency service vehicle coming far up the road and hold back before it's even viewable from the dash cam. With all our blue light clips from today's video, space is key. Leaving space in this clip is also key, and there's a little more to this video than you first think. The camera holds back and lets the red car out and looks to go round just for a moment until he sees the bus pulling away. And this was a great plan because they knew where they were going. They were turning right. Perfect. Like the last clip, this one comes from across the Atlantic, but from Canada this time, and this is a great piece of evasive driving.
Whoa! She did not even see.
Nope, didn't even turn her head.
The camera avoided the accident by prioritising the brake rather than just steering. Top draw. But for me, the best part of the clip is about to happen. You listen to what's said now. Those Canadians are so polite.
Oh, thank you for not crashing.
A massive thanks to again my viewer who has featured multiple times in this video, and this is probably people's worst driving nightmare. I think this driver was possibly quite inexperienced, and they seem to be having a bad time. And the strange but refreshing part of this clip that everyone was doing their utmost to help out. No one got impatient, no one was blasting on the horn or zooming past, and it helped the situation out massively. Excellent. So, with all the hardship that's going on at the moment, still try and remember, people, it's nice to be nice. It's nice to think of someone else. If we can all do a little bit for our neighbours, the world can be a better place. While you're out on the road though, just do us a favour. Don't just leave niceness to dealing with emergency service vehicles. However, especially at the moment, that should be a given. I would like to take this opportunity to send my personal thanks to everyone in the country who's looking after people in need. Hats off to you. And hopefully with a little bit of patience, this isolation period is going to be lifted and we can all get back out doing our own stupid things. Keep safe, everyone.